What's up, YouTube? Max Shepard here. Anyways, I guess today's topic, we're going to be talking about cops and stuff. I think that cops are all in all pretty good people. My uncle's a cop and stuff. I don't think that they're bad people or anything like that. I just believe that some cops get in different moods, just like all the rest of us. And although I don't like what cops do, I respect them for that. And I realize that they're all just trying to make... And I just realized that all of what they're doing is just doing their job. I guess I'd just like to start off with my first story. Probably the first time I ever got pulled over was when I first got my license. It was like probably, I don't know, like month-ish or so when I got my license, like right after I got my license and I was driving by myself. It was right when I had my modified exhaust, which I know you guys are probably thinking I'm a racer right now, which I am, and I embrace it that I'm a racer. But basically what happened was that my car, I was driving down the road and the light turned yellow. Well, what was I supposed to do? You just kind of have to like, it's kind of bad, but I was like, the light turned yellow and I know you're supposed to stop, but I was like probably like 10 feet from the intersection and the light just turned yellow. So I was like, yo, I think I should probably, if I floored it, I would be able to make this light. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So I kind of just did it, and sure enough, there's a cop that was right in the turn lane, conveniently for them. You know, as he followed me around, and then he got right on my tail, and I was just like, why are you on my tail? Like, just leave me alone. I'm like, yes, I know I ran a yellow light, but it was a yellow light, and I knew my exhaust was modified, and I can't remember if I had my drifting on at the time, but I was like, yo, oh well, you just kind of have to live life and take what it gives you. And yes, I know that's a Fast and the Furious quote, and no, I don't think that I quoted that exactly right. Anyways, I just think that, like, he pulled me over, whatever, he's like, hey, do you know what you did wrong back there? And I was like, yeah, I'm like, I kind of floored it through the light and stuff, and the guy was really nice. I can't remember his name, but he was really nice to me and stuff. And like, I know I kind of had to play like that whole like act. I was like, okay, let's turn on the radio on quiet on like a relaxing station, like a Christian station. I was like, cause I'm just gonna get out of the way. I'm a full Christian, everyone, and I don't know. I just was like, yo, I should probably do this. And I was like, okay. So I put it on real low. I didn't really know. It was my first time. My heart was beating out of my chest. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the protocol is. I literally asked him, like, because I was, like, so terrified of, like, getting a ticket or whatever, or what I told my parents and stuff, is I literally went up to him, and I was like, hey, I was like, when he came back or whatever, and he asked for license and registration and stuff, and he came back, and I was like, is it okay if I'm, like, if I can drink water? I'm like, I've got water right here, and I'm not gonna lie, I literally was freaked out, and I was like, I didn't know what I had to do, so I was just like, can I drink water? I don't know if there's like some sort of protocol or something against drinking water. Apparently there isn't. I don't know. I was apparently so freaking out and stuff. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna tell my parents. Da 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 da. Anyways, I was like, okay. The guy was like, he looked at me. He was like, why? Why would you not be able to drink water? And I was like, I immediately was like, it didn't make me feel like an idiot. It wasn't like he was talking down to me. It was more that he was just like, he's like, since whenever has drinking water been like breaking the law or something? But I don't know. I was just like freaking out. So basically I was like, you know, I just have to deal with this. So I started drinking the water, whatever. He came back. He was like, hey, he started asking me about my dad and like where he worked and blah, blah, blah. It was actually kind of, he was really nice to me. And I think that for a first cop to ever pull me over, I'm glad that it was him, because like, he was like, he reminded me of like one of my uncles, like that uncle that like, you kind of talk to and you get along somewhat, but like you don't really talk with each other because your family is like starting off whatever, and I see that you have a clean record, this and that, and like he's like, I'm gonna let you go. It's like I won't even write you up for a warning. You just have your warning, like a verbal warning, I guess. So it's like not even recorded. So like I was like, okay, I'm down for that or whatever. I didn't really say that. I was more respectful and like I don't know. I was like freaking out though. Like I had both hands on the steering wheel, like just looking straight up, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I don't know. I was just really like, I probably should not be doing any of this right now. So I was like, I don't know, I just felt that I had to uphold all the laws, and even though I wasn't even driving, like I had to have both hands on the steering wheel for some reason. Anyways, we would start talking or whatever, and then after that he was just like, yo, he's like, you can go or whatever, and I was like, wait, really? I was like, okay, sweet. I'm like, this guy is like really nice actually, like letting me go. Yes, I know it's for a minor thing, like my exhaust and running through a light, but like, or like a yellow light, running through a yellow light. Like, honestly, that was really nice of the guy, because he could have given me a fix-it ticket for my exhaust, and then I'd have to spend money on my exhaust, and then have to deal with a whole bunch of things that I particularly do not want to deal with any of it right now. So, that's basically what happened in it. So that basically happened, and I was like, yo, I guess that you just have to work with what you got. So, I was like, sweet, like, this guy's really nice to me and stuff. Well then, fast forward another month-ish or two or whatever. Oh, the second time I was going home from one of my youth group camps on Wednesday night or whatever, and I was driving home. I wasn't driving particularly fast or anything, but I was driving, and when I was driving, I went under a bridge. Actually, ironically, I think it was like right by here. Anyways, I always really love bridges and stuff, because I don't know, I just like to rev my engine and stuff inside of them, because I just find it kind of fun-ish and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know. You guys can probably relate revving your engine in tunnels like that and stuff. I love it. It sounds super cool and satisfying. I don't know. I guess more of the point of the matter was that I did something wrong in the eyes of the cop. I was freaking out though when he turned his lights on. I was like, please don't turn it on. Please don't turn it on. Please don't turn them on. And then he turned them on, and then he came up to my window. He's like, so do you know what you did wrong? And I was like, I'm going to assume that it was for the modified exhaust and the underglow, and probably because I revved my engine underneath the bridge. And he was like, yep, that pretty much sums it up. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he was a really nice guy too. We were talking or whatever, and he asked me more about my family too. I'm starting to think it's a protocol that like cops do, that like they ask about your family and stuff. Anyways, long story short, we were talking and for a couple minutes, 5 minutes or so, and he just looked at me and he's like, hey, it's like, you seem like a really nice kid, like just make sure that it doesn't happen. Anyways, long story short, he let me go too. I thought that was so nice of him. I was like, I wasn't expecting you to do anything, and it's always really nice when you don't expect anything from people, and then they just like do stuff that's like really nice for you and stuff, and then like the cop didn't write me a ticket and stuff. I would have been really bummed, and I'm like, I'm working hard for my money. Don't make me pay it over a stupid ticket. I'll drive nicer, I promise. But I don't know. And this guy let me go, so I was stoked on that. I was so stoked, and he let me go, and I was like, sweet. I'm like, now what to do? I'm like, I don't really know what to do. So basically, what I took from that, I was like, yo, I should probably get my act together. I'm like, this is the second guy, and if it's the second guy telling me the exact same thing as the first guy, I should probably get my act together and like think about like what I did wrong, and obviously the undergo and all that stuff. Basically, what people ask me, the most frequent question I get is, so is your underglow illegal? Is this illegal? Is that illegal on your car? And I say, yes, it is illegal, but only if you're caught. And so it's always funny for me to like run into those circumstances, and people, it usually gets a laughing reaction from all of them, because like honestly, that's a pretty good response. Like, not gonna lie, just trying to be humble and stuff, but that's a pretty good response, and I'm actually really like astonished that I came up with that response myself. Anyway, so I guess I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I'm actually gonna be starting college class in a couple minutes. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't really know how to do this yet because it's like my first thing ever on YouTube. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys like to hear as the next topic, or I don't know, anything that you'd like me to do. Peace out. Yo, turn that. I can't push the pause button.